Shalom, shalom. I'm your brother Kaya from GMS Camp out here in Phoenix, Arizona. First and foremost is I want to give his all praise, glory, and honor. It's to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rahakwadash. Of course, I want to give double honor to the apostles and elders that have taught us his truth and ruled well. Also want to say shalom to the 144,000. Also want to say shalom to the speckled bird out there, even though you may look like the heathen but are not the heathen. Also want to say shalom to the Akwath and to the Akim out there. You know, of course, we're watching what's going on with Israel right now and, you know, this war and whatnot. And all the things that are about to, to take place with this. You know, Yahushua spoke of these things as, wars and rumors of wars, right? But the end was not yet in the book of Matthew, and we'll get that. Understanding that there's other things that got to take place. There's other prophecies. Of course, it looks grim. Of course, the way it looks, they, bombing each other and all this other stuff, right? But at the end of the day, what comes next? Because way before that war, what do we got to come into? We got to come into Jacob's trouble. We got to come into the RFID microchip. There's other things that's going to take place. The second Esdras, the famine, which we're going to get those scriptures because these are the things that are about to take place. Pretty soon, yeah, we're in inflation right now. But do I see that we're in hyperinflation? Maybe not just yet, but we're about to go into it. See, with this war, all the domino effect, that's what's about to happen that people ain't paying attention to. With this war, pretty soon gas prices going to go through the roof. It's going to just be one big domino effect. But at the end of the day, this is what Esau wants to happen. This is what the Edomites want to go forth. So they can have, get order out of chaos. They want chaos. See, you got the war going on, and pretty soon it's going to start trickling down to the gas, trickling down to your jobs, trickling down to all these things to the point where the American people, the consumer, is going to end up what? Getting up in the uproar because it's going to affect the American people here in Babylon and other places. So the first scripture, I want to get is in the book of Matthew, because I did say that, right? Matthew, the 24th chapter, and bear with me, Israel. Let me get this tablet going. But when you really pay attention to what's going on and what is about to happen, everybody's looking at the war, but what else is about to happen according to what Yahweh Bashmiel Shah had said, And I'm waiting for this thing to warm up. Here we go. So the first scripture we're going to get, right, is in the book of Matthew. So this is Matthew the 24th chapter, and we're going to get verse 6. And this is Yahweh Shai speaking, who people ignorantly call Jesus, which is not his name, right? This is Matthew 24:6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. The end is not yet. Even though we've seen these wars, these skirmishes, and all the things that we hear today, these are all still prophecy. Things that will be taking place, so-called, in the Middle East. All the things that's going to be happening before Yahushua return, right? But he said the end is not yet. Why is he saying, even though with the war going on, the end is not yet? Because there's other things that got to be taking place, right? So let's get another scripture, right? Since we're in Matthew, let's go to Matthew, since we're in 24. Let's go down a little bit. And we're going to get verse 32. Came to my old stomping ground under this nice, I don't know what kind of tree this is, but, it's a lot of shade under it. Just drove over here. It's been a while since I did one in the car like this. Not on my lunch break, to say. Matthew 24 and verse 32. Let me see, y'all. Yeah, through 34. And this is Yahweh Shai speaking again. Listen to this. Now learn a parable of the fig tree when his branches is yet tender and putteth forth leaves, ye know that summer is nigh. So likewise ye, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the door. Right? Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled. All the things that got to be fulfilled, all the prophecies that have to be fulfilled, all the prophecies have to happen before this end. There's no just war and boom, that's it. No. Babylon about to be in a bad case, man. Babylon about to be in a real bad case. You know? Just wait until all hell breaks. Just wait till 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, really break loose. We'll get that too. Because sooner than later, that's exactly what's about to happen. Remember I told you about the inflation, the hyperinflation, when the storehouses shall be found empty, when friends shall fight against friends. We ain't got there yet. We about to. Civil unrest, civil war, race war, all the things that are about to come. Before the missiles come over here. See, at the end of the day, I keep telling you, man, hey, these devils are looking for a new world order. That's all it's about. New world order. Esau thinks he's going to get his birthright back through new world order, but it's not going to go the way he thinks it's going to go. There's going to be a monkey wrench thrown in them gears to say, But see, this is what this devil is after. He's after what? At the end of the day, he wants to chip everybody. So I know I'm talking about the war and everything. So I'm just telling you what's coming soon. That the RFID microchip, which is going to Revelation 13, 16, and 17, that's going to come. Jeremiah 30 and 7 is definitely going to come. All the things that Yahweh Bashim Shah said before he came back, the things that will be going on upon this earth. Right? And I was talking about the hyperinflation, right? Oh, matter of fact, let's go there too. Because see, once again, with these grocery stores and whatnot, that's going to happen. The price of food, oh man, the price of food is really about to go up. And did y'all forget too, even though with this war, what happened? What is that? With the ports and shit? All them ports ain't bringing in no food. Y'all forgot about that? If they are, it's trickling in. Right now, we're on reserves. What happens when the reserves run out? Think about that. We're on reserves. If China and Japan and all them other countries that we get food from in different places and this and that and all the things that we get for our daily lives and we ain't gonna be able to get it no more, what do you think that's gonna cause? Then it's gonna that hyperinflation is gonna set in. Or a loaf of bread, 40, 50 bucks. You seen what happened with the eggs. Things, hey, people getting comfortable. People think like, oh man, it's all good right now. I can do this and do that. Not seeing what's really about to happen. What this war, the effects of the war and what's going on and how it trickles down. And then later on when the war really get kicking off, yeah, it's going to get real grimy out here. Way before that war kicks all the way off. What was I thinking? Oh, 2nd Ezra, right? Bear with me, Israel. Because these are things that got to take place before Babylon's bombed out and depleted. Wiped off the face of the earth. What was that? Said 2nd Ezra, what is that? 16 and 21. And bear with me, I'll get there. He came over here too. This is 2nd Ezra 16. And let's see verse. This is 2nd Ezra 16 and 21. This is where we at right now. 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be sold good cheap upon the earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. And that's exactly what's happening now. See, everybody comfortable right now. Most people are comfortable. You still able to go get, a cheeseburger for $3 or $4 or whatever. You able to go into the mall and get you some clothes. You able to buy this and buy that. And people think they're in a good case because they're like, man, yeah, it's affecting me, but I'm still able to still maintain. What's gonna happen when you can't maintain? What's gonna happen when you can't maintain? Matter of fact, let's read further. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the others that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. Meaning what? We're about to come into that time where people are going to be fighting one another pretty soon. Even though we see what's going on in Iran, with Israel, with all these wars and skirmishes cranking up, and they bucking at each other and shooting missiles here and there and whatever. The end is not yet. We still got to come to this. We still got to go through this, which is a prophecy, which understand when Yahweh said that basic at the end, hey, the end is not yet. Oh, no. There's a whole lot more that got to come. You know? Matter of fact, would I say verse 22? Let me see what verse 22 says. I think I already read that. Yeah, let's get verse 23. Is that what I wanted? Or 22? Yeah, we can get verse 23 too. 2nd Ezra 16, verse 23. And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. That has not happened yet, but that's what's about to happen. You know, it's gonna be so much death out here that no one's gonna even be able to bury people. Not even gonna have time to bury. It's gonna be just people just laid out dead. You think about it, when people don't get the things that they want to get, what do you think is gonna happen? And I think I even told you earlier, 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter is about to come into effect pretty soon. Once again, these are prophecy scriptures, things that are really about to take place that haven't took place yet, but are about to, right? So let's go to, matter of fact, before we get that, let's get one more, right? What was that? 2nd Ezra 6 and 22. Going into the storehouse. So, we go into hyperinflation. Hyperinflation sets in. Then people can't afford. People going to start robbing and stealing and doing all that, right? So these are things that are about to come. So people looking at, oh my God, Israel getting bombed and Iran getting, oh yeah, they getting blown pieces, people dying, whatever. It is what it is. And it's prophecy, But what comes next? What comes with this, right? 2nd Ezra chapter 6, right? And verse 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. They're not empty yet, right? Even though we understand, what was it this year, that even with the out there in California and different Boston, all them ports and all that, where all the food comes in, even though these things have trickled down and slowed down, we are not in a situation where there's no food yet in these storehouses. But pretty soon, there will be no food in these storehouses. Pretty soon, you're gonna see all of a sudden, we're gonna see this real soon. I think we about to come into hyperinflation real soon. Once that gas go up because of this war too, what is it? I think they were saying, what is it? The gallons of barrel of gas will go higher. So we're looking at what, 10, 12, maybe 10, 12, $13 for a gallon? Let's just think about that for a minute. Let that settle in. I drive a little Honda Civic, right? Little 4-banger. It is what it is. Don't know what you drive. Some of you drive trucks. Some of you drive little cars like mine. Don't matter, right? You think about $10 to $12 a gallon. Yeah, you're not going to work too often. And then not just that, the jobs are closed down because these big old diesels and trucks that are running right now ain't gonna have the money. Ain't gonna have it to be able those like I said, the people that own the diesels, the companies, will not be able to afford to have them trucks running. Means what? Hyperinflation. The storehouses become what? Empty. And you gotta remember, when during the vid, what happened to these grocery stores? Nice grocery stores came up short. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was in there. They might have been shooting and fighting each other, but at the end of the day, they were stacking up on everything. Nobody was giving a damn about nobody. What do you think is going to be when hyperinflation really set in, man? People going to be robbing these places. People going to be just doing outlandish stuff. Going right back to 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter. And once again, we are not there yet. We're right at the cusp. We're right at the beginning of it. Right at the tip. You know what I'm saying? Right there. So these things are happening, but it's like real minuscule. But it's about to ramp up more and more and more, even though the war is going on, right? 2nd Ezra 6 and 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty, right? And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still, and 3 hours they shall not run. Do you understand that? Did you get that part? At that time shall friends fight one against another. The storehouses come up empty. You can't go to the grocery store. You're hungry. Your children are crying. It's hot. They doing rolling, what do you call it? Cutting off power and whatnot. Esau is setting it up for what? He's setting up chaos because he has an agenda. He's not. What did he say? We don't let a good crisis go to waste. Yeah. See, I'm not saying not to look at the war. Yeah, that's happening. And what's going to trickle down? Because once again, this is prophecy, right? What is about to trickle down the pike, down the highway, to say, all hell about to break loose. So you get an understanding of Matthew the 24 and verse 6 when Yahweh says there will be wars and rumors of wars. But the end is not yet. Why? Because there's things that gotta happen going into the Matthew the 24, 32 through 34. He told you. At the end of the day, yeah, there's other things that gotta take place. Yeah, that's happening. Don't forget about the other stuff that's about to come before I come. It's gonna be chaos. It's gonna be the earth gonna be on fire to say. Babylon gonna be on fire to say. It's gonna be all out chaos here, and we ain't got there yet. Even though we seeing the war, you can start seeing the effects of the war here in Babylon pretty soon, right? That's what we gonna see. Matter of fact, when going in that second Ezra, go back to verse 15. We ain't here yet, but we about to be. We about to be. Second Ezra 15 chapter verse 15, right? These are things that are about to come. Second Ezra 15 and 15, right? For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. What do you think this is talking about? This is going into just people fighting. This is going into race wars. This is going to gender wars. This is going into all the wars you can think of. Civil unrest. All of that here in Babylon, a.k.a. America, right? And they said they're going to be, one against another, to the point where it's just going to be just like I told you earlier, man. It's going to be just a lot of dead people out here. This is why even when the brothers stand right now, hey, man, be circumspect. Pay attention to the times you live in, because the times are evil. Even for us to have your head on the swivel, pay attention to what you're doing. Pay attention to where you're going. Pay attention to what the hell is going on around you at your job, out here, even out here where I'm at. Because the days are evil, and it's going to get worse and worse, to say. Let's get that again. 2 Ezra 15, right? For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power. This is what's about to come down pretty soon. Coming from the war, from all the hyperinflation, from the oil, for everything that's about to happen. Right? Everything that's happening, and then what is about to happen. This scripture is telling you what is about to happen. Going in, but like I said, going to the war, after, from the war and trickle down to all the things that this war is going to cause. Like pretty soon, what is it? Like I said, it's not gonna be just hyperinflation. What is it? That dollar gonna crumble. When the dollar crumbles, then what? Then what? You think the landlords and all the people in these stores still don't want some kind of payment? Yeah. They gonna want something. They ain't gonna be like, just come in and just get what you want and that's it. Nah, I ain't gonna do that. So once again, 2 Ezra 15 and 16, right? For there shall be sedition among men, and invading, right? Invading one another. Mean what? The B&E game, the breaking and entering, the donkey kick. Just boom. Then they're just rummaging, taking all your stuff. Sorry, I don't mean to be laughing. Oh my goodness. This is not funny, but good Lord, man. I mean, you know what? I may say it's not funny, but I'm laughing because I'm like, at the same time, like, man, Yahweh Shemel Shah, hey, we about to see some things. Like I said, I'm one of the hopeful. Like, I really hope I'm one of the elect, man. Really do. Because the elect, of course, we're going to be cast out of our houses, and we understand what's really about to happen. But would have that coverage of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, because scriptures talk about, the elect would eat and drink while we see basically the chaos that's happening in the world. That Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is going to take care of his. And Lord willing, I hope I'm one of them. This is going back to 2 Ezra 15 and 16, right? For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power, meaning that people are going to do what they want to do. The police, the government, all that, it's going to be total anarchy out here. They're not going to care what the police say. They're not going to care what the government says. They're going to just do whatever the hell they want to do. That's what we tell you women out there, and y'all really about to get it. Anyway, verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. What's going to be happening when all hell breaks loose? As we already see Trump talking about bringing, the Marines in. Wait until he really bring them all in, the military in. Because they already talking about them sleeper cells waking up, so they're going to do something. So if you got sleeper cells up, guess what else going to pop up? They're going to be like, all right, cool, martial law, everybody need to be at home on lockdown. You can't go to the grocery store. You can't get whatever you got in your house. What you got? You live in an apartment complex. What do you think is going to happen in a month? Maybe less than that. An apartment complex, cookie cutter home. People going to get to the point. They're going to be like, man, I don't like them. Hey, let's go in there and break in. You're going to start having little gang members. Little gangs coming up. Grown people coming up together. Say, hey, you know what? We're going to go over there and rob them and take what they got so we can eat. See the big picture. What's about to come. Let me see. Where are we at? 18. 2 Ezra 15 and 18. Right? For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. So these are the things that are about to come. Yes, World War III is going to happen. Before all hell real breaks loose with that war and the missiles coming over here, guess what? Prophecy has to take place. Prophecy has to take place. Going right back to what? Gotta get it. Y'all know where I'm going. I know somebody know. Jeremiah, right? You know where I'm going. Jeremiah, the 30th chapter. Gotta get it. Gotta bring it out. Because this is exactly what's coming. Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 7. When all hell is breaking loose. Guess what this is called? Jacob's trouble. It's Jacob's trouble. Jeremiah 30 and verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. So when all hell is breaking loose, it's going to be great. It's even the time of Jacob's trouble. And Jacob going in there, you 2/3 out there. I'm telling you, man, it's about to be all hell out here. About to be all hell up on y'all. Yeah, we seen what's happened to the northern kingdom right now. It's gonna happen real bad for the southern kingdom. They coming after Issachar and all the northern kingdom. The saying, they come after them and they come after us even worse. The southern tribe. Southern tribe ain't getting out of nothing. It's gonna come to the point where it's gonna be after the southern and northern tribe. The whole 2/3, the whole kit and caboodle of the 2/3 of Israel are about to feel it. Coming to Jeremiah 30 and 7. Jacob's trouble. But those that will be saved out of it are the elect out of the 12 tribes of Israel. Those will be saved out what is about to happen. Right? Tell you all these things that are about to happen. And once again, at the end of the day, hey man, these devils are in the back rooms plotting. It ain't just about the war. They signing documents. They doing this. They doing that. Hey man, these devils back here is looking for order out of chaos. They want the chaos. They want this to happen. So they can bring in that RFID microchip. I don't give a damn what Bishop Nathaniel and everybody else say. What, it's sleeping with white women. It's sin. It's all this other bullshit. No, it ain't. Revelations 13, 16, and 17 is the RFID microchip. How else the hell are you going to be able to buy shit? Come on now. Come on now. Ooh, man, come on. All right, you know what? Let's get another scripture going on this devil. Psalms, right? What is that? Psalm 64? Let's go to Psalm 64 because, these devils plotting. Even though we see the war and all that and what they, we see what's going on over there. What's this devil doing? Yeah, well, I see what's going on over here, but what you doing? What you plotting, right? That devil plotting. Esau always plotting. He don't never stop, can't stop. What is that? Psalm 64 and 5? This is Psalm 64 and verse 5. Going on to these devils. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? So what are they doing? They show us on the news or whatever, and they signing documents and whatever, and everybody clapping. Don't know what the hell he's signing. This dude don't know what he's talking about, but it's them backdoor deals, right? It's when the cameras go off. It's when that room go dark, and you got that one light bulb, and you got 30 dudes standing there with paper and pad, and he's writing in like, yeah, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. Yeah, we got them in the trick bag. We got the American people in the trick bag. We got these people already done up. Do order out of chaos. Think about this new world order. That's what Esau wants. Think about that. That's what he wants. New world order. And he thinks he's going to get it through the RFID microchip. We tell you Israelites, you better not take this shit. You better not take it. You're going to have your ass in derision. But nevertheless, see, we tell you what's about to happen, right? Matter of fact, what scripture? Oh, I have to bring out Revelation, right? Gotta get it. Can't leave that behind. Revelation 13, right? Since we talking about it, might as well bring it up. Might as well bring the scripture, right? 13, verse 16 and 17. Listen to this. Listen. You go read it for yourself. This is Revelation 13, verse 16, right? This is what's coming. This is what's coming down the pike. Revelation 13, verse 16. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, right? So what is the mark? The mark is the RFID microchip. So people would be able to buy and sell. We're coming into what? A digital age, to the point that you will have nothing that folds and nothing that jingles. They're going to get rid of the dollar. They're going to crash that shit. And they're going to go to a digital currency for you to have your job, for you to go to these grocery stores, for you to put gas in your car. You're going to need this RFID microchip. Without it, you are not moving. You're not going to have. The only ones that's going to have are the elect out of the house of Israel. That's going to be all right, protected by Yahweh Shem Yahshua. And whoever took the chip, yeah, they'll be able to buy and do what they're going to do, but they ass going to be obliterated. But anyway, right? Verse 16, Revelation 13 and 16. And he calls us all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. 17. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Meaning what? What I just explained to you. If the person don't have the RFID microchip, will not be able to buy or sell. You would have to do what? You would have to be branded basically by Esau Edom. Esau Edom says, I own you. You took my chip, I own that behind. And this is what we tell you, the house of Israel. Do not consent unto this devil. Do not take this. But we already know majority you're going to, because when it get hot and there ain't no food and this and that, and all the faith y'all say y'all have gonna go right out that goddamn window. That's what's gonna happen. Oh, well, Lord knows I gotta eat. You're gonna have the celebrities pushing it. You're gonna have your churches pushing it. You're gonna have all these people in your, yeah, take it, it's gonna be okay. What did Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah say you better not do? He told you, hey man, don't you take that shit. Don't you take it. My prophets been on the highways and byways warning that ass. Don't you take that. Because my son is coming. And he don't give a damn about no crying and sniveling and all of that. He gonna put boot to ass. It's gonna get, man, it's gonna get real bad down here, y'all. It's gonna get real bad. Man, shoot. Forewarning, man. Forewarning. right? Matter of fact, because somebody may ask, well, why does this man, really want to, push this RFID microchip? Let me get a scripture for that. What he want? I mean, I kind of told you already, but let's get another one. Second Thessalonians chapter 2. Let me see. Because this devil want to be God. This is 2 Thessalonians 2 and 4, because you got to think about it. If this man was able to chip everybody in America, he got control over your whole life. He knows what you're doing, when you're not doing, when you're sleeping, when you're awake, when you're with your woman, what you're eating, when you're not eating, what TV show you watching, your heart rate. He know every little thing about you. He trying to be like God. And anytime you say something that he don't like, cut his ass off. Let him and his family suffer. See, this is the power he wants. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 4. Who opposeth and exalts himself above all that is called God, or that is worship, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Who is this talking about? This talking about Esau, Edom. The Edomite. They call himself white, Caucasian. Now you may be thinking, is it all of them? No. But this the main devil wants. He wants full power, full control. Did you forget about what do they call themselves? Not just Illuminati. What do you call them? Like the DuPonts, the Getty. What do they call? What's it? Carl Schwab and all of them. What do you think they were telling you? What do they think they were telling you in a nutshell? They were talking about New World Order. They were talking about having the masses of the people chipped so they can control them. See, things that people ain't paying no attention to. See, this devil has a plot, a plan. It ain't gonna go the way he think it's gonna go at the end of the day, but we see where he's trying to go, and we keep telling you Israelites, hey, what the deal is. Telling you. Matter of fact, let's get one more scripture. And then those go, hey man, matter of fact, we gotta get this. Those that take that chip, yeah, his ass gonna have y'all in derision. So, better not do it. Hold on, bear with me here, Israel. I did something here. Let me get back. Second Ezra, what was that, 16? Second Ezra 16 and verse 69, right? Let's get that. We talked about a lot of different little things, but these are things that are coming down the pike, man. Second Ezra 16 and 69. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden underfoot. Man, so that shows right then and there, even if you trust this goddamn devil, guess what, Jake? Your ass gonna get trodden underfoot for a can of beans, if you even get it. Because it shows once again, this devil wants you dead. So at the end of the day, we've told you. Now, I know I talked about different little things here and there and what's coming down the pike. Talked about the war, talking about what's going to come down, what's going to come down during this war and all this stuff that's going to start trickling down. Inflation, hyperinflation, what that's going to bring. The loss of jobs, the kicking in doors, and all of that. These are things that are about to take place, man. These are things that are about to come. So you understand when Yahweh said that, yeah, wars and rumors of war, but the end is not yet, because there's other things that got to take place. Prophecy is going to take place. Well, I'm going to say this. I hope you was edified. I'm going to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Shalom.